Hi, Cancer. Sorry about that. We're just going to dive right back in so we can finish up this reading. I know that the first part one was essentially an entire reading, but I don't think I like to read from the books with my oracle cards, and I didn't get all of them, and I didn't read about these two. I'm pretty sure I was talking about what you're releasing, this death, fully letting go, all of those things. And then we got the gratitude card. Card number 18, which is a 9. Nines are completions of cycles, things closing out, coming to the end. Sorry, I don't like having that so much on my face. Sorry about that. So there's lots of releasing, closing out, letting go. All right, let's get our last 3 cards for Cancer, please. What else is here for Cancer, please? Candle magic, yes. Yes. So I'm getting the image of the cord cutting. So I think I mentioned cord cutting in part 1 of the video, of this reading, sorry. And I get the imagery of where you do the rope and you time around 2 candles and you light both the candles, and then when it reaches the rope, it burns it apart. And that is to symbolize once that happens in the physical, is also happening in energetically. Thank you. Just energetically, you're severing ties with this person, this situation, this past, this thought process, this habit. You could do it with a lot of things. I see you releasing an entire situation, an entire person, an entire relationship, maybe an entire life that you've built with this person. And that's why it's taking you a little bit longer to process it and work through it, because it is so much to kind of unwind and unravel. And energetically, I feel like you and this person are very, very karmic, maybe even soulmate energies. Yes, I'm getting soulmate, not karmic. Karmic is, some of it could have been, I feel like you've gone through a lot of cycles with this person, a lot of lifetimes as well. You guys have a contract. That contract has been fulfilled, though, is what Spirit is saying. Like, you've both already fulfilled you yourself have fulfilled your side of the contract. I can't speak for them. I don't really know. But it's time to release it. Like, it's expired. It's time to enter new agreements. It's time to enter new energetic exchanges and soul connections and all of these things. All right, let's get our last 2 cards so we can read about it. Read about these cards. Lamb, and what else is here for Cancer? Crossroads. Yes, we got 222 just in these 2 cards. Those could be significant. You could be seeing a lot of 2s. Maybe you've been thinking a lot about this candle work that I just mentioned. All right, let's jump into it. Let's read about these cards. Card number 22. Crossroads. Path, decision, direction, choices. The path taken remains a quintessential motif in the world of fairy tales. Many a hero or heroine is made at this crucial point. The road you take will influence everything else that happens. Where the crossroads appears in your spread, you have choices to make. Which direction will be the best one for you? There are many hidden faces here. There are, if you look at the card, there's lots of faces, like in the trees. Yeah, the trees mostly. There was one here at the bottom. I saw that in the camera, and I thought it was just like a bull's skull. You know how some people do the cow skulls or bull skulls? I thought that's what that was, but this looks like a dragon. Actually, I'm getting very dragon-esque. Huh. It's interesting too. I've never actually really looked at this card, but these 2 paths have 2 very distinct visuals. One is bright and one looks like you can see very clearly. It looks more pleasant. It's like spring, summertime. The other one is dark and it's not very well lit. You can't really see where you're going. It looks cold. I don't know. It's not focusing. It looks cold. And then even on the sign, it says the castle is one way. Where's the sign? There it is. The castle is one way. You can't even see it, whatever. And the forest is the other. The castle being this side, and then the forest, wood, whatever you want to call it, that looks a little intense, I'm not gonna lie, is this way. So it's like, I feel like it's a really clear decision. I really do. I feel like it's a very, very clear decision. And I feel like this, all this stuff over here, this death will be back behind it, because that's what you're leaving behind. You're not going down that path anymore. I feel like maybe you've been at this crossroads a few times. You've had a decision to make. Maybe you've ended something several times, and it always comes back to, like, should I keep going? Should I keep, like, maybe the person, the situation, the boss, whatever it is, keeps talking you back into staying or coming back. And that might arise again, and you'll have a decision to make. Do you want to go back? Do you feel like you made a mistake? Or are you pretty certain that you're headed in the right direction, and that moving away from this is what you need to do in your soul? Whether you have the words to explain it, the whatever, to explain it to anybody, even yourself, you just know in your soul, this is the right direction for me. Stand firm in that and move towards the light and the ease, because you deserve ease and you deserve the path of least resistance. You don't have to keep going down and proving and being in these situations of adversity that you have to overcome and show everybody, yourself, whoever, how strong you are, that you deserve these things, that you can relate. Oh, I am not perfect because I've been through this, and these are all really great things, and they make you, your past makes you who you are, but it's time for ease, and it's time for relief and release and comfort and luxury. So move towards that. Move towards that. All right, let's keep going. Getting very sidetracked. I'm so sorry. Which direction will be the best one for you? There are many hidden faces here. Oh, that's where I stopped. These are your subconscious thoughts helping you make the most of this card. Do you take the path? Do you take the left or the right path? You must weigh all possibilities to make the right decision. This card won't give you all the answers, but the nearby ones might help clarify the situation. Pay attention to all the options available to you. The closer to the card that represents you, then the more time sensitive the decision is. Sometimes the worst thing we can do is not make a decision at all. That's a very good point, because I do feel like there could be some of you who are kind of waiting. Maybe you've made the initial, like, separation, put in your 2 weeks, whatever, or been thinking about it, like, you know you're going to, but you haven't quite done it yet, or you have done it, but you're like, well, I don't have anything else lined up, so I might just stay until I'm ready, but just know that I am going to go, but I don't have anything lined up right now, so I'm just going to kind of stay. I think you need to make a decision one way or another, because you can't stay in the indecision. It's causing you a lot of discomfort. I can feel it, like, in my gut, like heartburn even. Okay, let's see. What do you want to release? Waning moon. Let's see what we get here. Moon phases. It's a moon phase, right? Yeah. Hello. Give us. Is it not a moon phase? Whatever, fine. Okay, yes, I think it's back here. Okay. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles. Speaking of pointing, I'm going to rearrange so we can have a better visual of what's happening here. There we go, there we go, there we go, because this is what we're releasing. The dead thing. We no longer need to carry the carcass, right? We're done doing that. No matter When in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. I'm not sure what that means, but I feel like it's what I was just talking about, moving into a place of ease and grace and path of least resistance instead of struggle and uphill and discomfort and anxiety. Also, the situation has peaked. We were talking about that with our contract. It's done. It's peaked. That's all. It's time to move on. The more energy you keep putting back into this and the longer you hang on to it and stay in it, the more it's going to decay and the more it's going to fall apart and I'm getting really ugly and very uncomfortable. Like, if you think you're uncomfortable now, like, it's going to keep getting more and more uncomfortable the longer you stay in it. Okay. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can still gently I'm going to try to learn how to read someday. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. Okay. Attuned to the moon. It's safe to let go and move on. Additional meanings for this card. Move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not a time to start new projects. Okay. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended right now. Yes. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Soon you will see what lies ahead. The teaching. At the time of the waning cycle, take a moment to look up into the skies every night. You will see the moon growing smaller and smaller as she moves from full to new again. It's the time when things are falling away. It's certainly not a time to cling on to anyone or anything. Drawing this card suggests your situation is in its autumn and winter phase, so hunker down and start the regeneration process. I feel like that is also something you guys are going to be really focusing on this winter. If you're in the northern hemisphere, we are still currently technically in fall. Some of you could be having winter-like weather, lower temperatures, ice, snow, whatever. But I feel like you guys are really that hunkering down, exactly that. I just see you spending a lot of time with yourself, taking up a meditation practice, taking it even deeper. We already talked about most of this, how I see you becoming like a choir director, or maybe even joining like a new community, like a community meditation. I feel like I've talked about all these things already. All right. Keywords: intention, prayer, and hope. I just got really, really emotional and the chills just talking about that imagery of really concentrated prayer and intention and focus and meditation. I myself, I can't remember if I talked about this yet or not. I've been thinking about it a lot, but I don't know if I talked about it in the first part of this message. I myself have been thinking about joining this community down the road. It's meditation. I honestly can't remember the name of it. But I looked into it and it looks really, really, really beautiful. And like they do weekly chants where you can join in and you can use your vocal cords to like raise the vibration of it's just such a cool concept. So seeing these keywords, intention, prayer, hope, it gives me chills. Okay. Perhaps more than any time of the year, the holidays are perfect for lighting the night with candles. They are carriers of your intention, your invocations, and your hopes for brighter days. It is common to light a candle for prayers and to represent the divine's presence in both religious and magical or pagan practices. The simple act of lighting candles reminds you that light can always be found, even in the darkest places, and that light represents a hope that all will be well. Candle magic is burning in your spread to inform you that your prayers have been received. If you're seeking a positive sign for your situation, know that this is it. You must have hope that things will work out in your favor. Beyond hope, I love hope. It's beautiful. It's sometimes all we have. But beyond hope, I feel like we also need to develop a knowing. So when that hope does waver, we still know. Like, we know without a doubt. We're not hoping, because hoping to me is like wishing and dreaming. And it's like this, knowing is bigger than that. Knowing is more solid than that. You know that you're headed to peaceful times. And that things will work out in your favor instead of hoping that they will, right? There's a slight difference in the way that we think about things and the way that we vocalize things that is very, very powerful. So I feel like if you work on developing your knowing, it's going to be really, really solid for your soul is what I'm feeling. Additionally, the cosmic forces that be are lighting a pathway for you to receive even more blessings in your life. There it is, this path right here. Still can't see these cards, but there's your lit up, illuminated, beautiful, blessing filled, bountiful filled, glorious pathway that Spirit is just lighting up for you. Your spiritual support team is always with you and will show you the way when you cannot see it clearly. Receiving candle magic is a sign that you are headed for peaceful times. Candle magic. Carve an intention into the spine of a taper candle using a sharp object such as a needle or pen. You can try single words like wealth or protection to make it easier to fit on the side of the candle. Place your candle in a taper candle holder, and as you light it, say your intention out loud 3 times. Burn the candle down completely throughout the day. You can repeat the same intention after 28 days until your intention comes to pass. Intention comes to pass. Beautiful. I actually might go buy some taper candles because I put some in a shopping cart. Or like on a Christmas wish list. We're doing like a exchange, whatever. I put some really cute tapered candles on there, and that just like that. I need to buy some like now, get some for myself and some candle holders. I might actually do a video on here, where we can do it together and kind of walk through that and some other spell work, candle magic. We'll see. All right. Lamb. In like a lion, out like a lamb. Isn't that what they say? Lots of spring. Hunkering down for the winter. Focusing on your rejuvenation. I feel like spring, you're going to feel like an entirely different person. You're going to emerge, maybe even looking completely different. Having maybe focused on your mental, your spiritual, your physical through the winter, and you're glowing from the inside out. You very attractive. I'm getting very attractive. Peaceful, prophetic, patient. Prophetic. I love that word. The lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates with you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with the utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, receive. When in balance, knowingness. I was just talking about that. Okay, so that's how we get there. That's how we get to the knowingness. That's how we achieve that state. 4 of Swords energy. Going within ourselves, pulling our energy back, focusing it on ourselves, being still, being able to listen. That means no headphones. That means no frequency music, binaural beats, no guided meditations, no voices, no sounds, no nothing. I'm getting like sensory deprivation as much as possible. Meditating in a sauna, as well as the imagery that just popped in my head. Interesting. Okay. When in balance, knowingness, inner peace. When out of balance, quiet, timid, concerned. Quiet, timid, concerned. To bring into balance, meditation and listening. Yes, I feel like that is a really good theme for us right now. Speak less, listen more. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it at that because this is another freaking 20-minute video. I'm so sorry. I love you all so very much, and I will see you next time. Bye!